Hello, everyone. Welcome to Game Time with Eric Connor. So glad you're with us here on this Wednesday. Lots of big topics to discuss here today, including the Madison Warhawks winning their first CIF San Diego Baseball Championship. And of course, the big topic we're going to be discussing today, the proposal of a big ice rink facility in Escondido. It's cleared a major hurdle, and we have the President of Business Operations, Matt Savant, on the show for that. We'll also have some of your other sports highlights. So glad you're with us on this Wednesday. And that's where we want to start here. We want to start with the San Diego Gulls, a big announcement that happened in Escondido here locally on the local sports scene. This is a big deal, and it involves a new ice rink facility that could be coming to Escondido here in the near future. We have Matt Savant, President of Business Operations, here with me live on Game Time with Eric Connor. Thanks for coming on the show here, Matt. What do you think of the new setup here?
Eric, this is great. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
I'm really impressed with this studio. Good setup.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Let's get into the facility, the idea, the concept of this. We're talking about 3 sheets of ice. Not everyone knows what that means. Under one roof. Explain this idea, the history behind it.
So, yes, to your point, 3 sheets of ice is basically 3 ice rinks under one facility. And this is something that's really needed in Southern California, but San Diego specifically. And we'll go back a little bit. If you're a fan of ice hockey or figure skating, you know that we lost a rink out of Escondido. So this is kind of a long way of getting back to getting as much ice as possible in San Diego for ice hockey, for youth sports, really, and for figure skating and sled hockey. There's so much benefit to this, and so we're really excited to have this opportunity to talk with the city.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is going to be at Kit Carson Park. The location... Tell us a little bit about the location, how you guys were able to pinpoint this area, why Escondido. I know the background on the 2 rinks that were lost in Escondido around COVID, and that was devastating to my boys. They were kind of, getting used to the skates and getting used to skating at the time. For several years, people were wondering, hey, when is, this sheet going to come back? It was a double rink. It was the only double rink that we had. So we needed something in Escondido to replace that, right?
Yeah, and so to answer your question, we picked Escondido because of the fact that we lost some ice up there. And North County is a really great opportunity for fans. There's a lot of communities that live up there. And, ice hockey is something that needs to be kind of cultivated. And it takes time to kind of get engaged to the sport. So when you don't have the learn to plays, the learn to skates, the intro to hockey, it's really tough for families to just jump in and start playing. The cost is people are aware of it. It's not a cheap sport to play, but the way we're building this rink and the way our owners, the owners of the Anaheim Ducks and the San Diego Gulls, Henry and Susan Samueli, they've offered these free programs to start hockey. So you can come in and learn to play for free. You can get an understanding of what it feels like to get out on the ice, put all the equipment on before you make a large financial commitment.
That's awesome. My kids actually went through that at San Diego Ice Arena, where they were able to get some equipment, try some things on, because you're right, the kids grow out of their equipment so fast. We don't have enough of those programs here, though, where we're trying to teach our youngsters about the game, trying it out, testing the waters a little bit before they decide whether they want to go all in.
Right, so this is a great fix for that. We know the city of Escondido was already a supporter of ice sports, so with this new rink, we're going to be able to really offer learn to play, learn to skate, in-house programs, travel programs at the highest level, and then maybe in the future, even a local college team or a junior team would want to come out, and part of the idea is one of the rinks is going to have a small arena. We're going to have 3,000 seats in there, so if you're really a fan, you want to come and see kind of up-and-coming players, whether they're at the college level, you can come and check it out. So it's a great opportunity.
It is. There have been some community concerns. You've heard them, I know. During the city council meeting, some residents expressed concerns about dedicating that public park land at Kit Carson Park to a facility of this size. I mean, you mentioned it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be 3,000 seats. It's a pretty massive complex to be able to fit, 3 sheets of ice in there. How are you reassuring the community the project will coexist and enhance the park's existing environment? What are you saying to those people that are concerned about the location and it being on the public land?
Yeah, well, we're very aware of how incredible Kit Carson Park is. It's part of the fabric of the community of Escondido and North County, San Diego. We're very aware of that. So what we've done is we've taken into account what the park currently has, and right now we're looking at an area that would build our rink on 4 softball fields. What we've also done is worked with the city of Escondido to offer them the ability to move the softball fields, and we're assisting with that cost so that we want to make sure we're not displacing any youth sports or adult sports. But also, people walk there. There's a lot of walking trails and hiking trails in Kit Carson Park. Our goal is to not disturb any of those trails. We're going to kind of put the rink right where the softball fields are so that your daily activity of walking your dogs or kind of getting your own exercise is not going to change.
The city seems on board with it. You had the memorandum of understanding that was discussed at the last Escondido City Council meeting. Sounds like it was unanimous, right? Walk us through what happened there and then what the next steps are.
Yeah, so just last week we had a unanimous approval. It was the entire city council and the mayor of Escondido. So what the process was is to make sure that we're available to talk about next steps. So what does the contract look like? Where do we want to put it? How big is it going to be? So we have some ideas of what we'd love to do, but really we needed to get through this first step to say, does the city want this? Does the city council want this? And it was an overwhelming yes. And we've heard from a lot of community members that they're very excited about this, especially families that play youth hockey. And I'll take myself as an example. My son plays youth hockey. We drive up to Orange County every single day for him to play at the highest level.
Got it.
So what this is going to do is open up so many opportunities for San Diego residents that are really into hockey, figure skating, sled hockey, all kinds of stuff.
We're going to jump into the local youth sports impact here on the other side of this break, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the proceeds generated from this complex. They're actually going toward growing local ice sports and activities. So explain how this nonprofit model works, how it ensures that the facility will remain accessible to everyday families.
Yeah, so the rink is going to be built by the Rinks Foundation. And what that is, it's a group overseen by our owners, Henry and Susan Samueli, who are very philanthropic to all charities in Southern California. And what they're doing is they're using their professional sports teams, which is the Anaheim Ducks and the San Diego Gulls, to generate dollars to then give back to the community.
Wow.
So if you look at the rink where the Anaheim Ducks practice, which is called the Great Park Ice Facility up in Irvine, it's completely funded by the foundation, and all the proceeds go back to the city of Irvine. That model is exactly what we're offering here in Escondido, so that all the proceeds can go back to the city of Escondido. So it becomes a true community asset because of our owners, Henry and Susan Samueli.
And that is a jewel, a crown jewel of great sport, the sports park there, Great Park Irvine. It is always packed, and there's a lot of people that are doing their thing, different age groups up and down the level. So we'll talk more about that, the local youth impact, how it has worked in Irvine, and what the impact could be here. After a quick break, we're going to check base with Matt Savant a little bit more on that. I do want to dive deeper into the local youth sports impact and what could come from this 3-sheet ice rink after we take this quick break. Welcome back to Game Time with Eric Connor. To everyone, we have Gulls President of Business Operations Matt Savant back with us. We're discussing this proposed ice arena facility in Escondido at Kit Carson Park. Let's dive deeper, Matt, into how the arena could impact youth sports and tourism of North County. That's a big part of this, the impact on local youth sports. Will there be a dedicated youth hockey team based at the rink? I know, and I've heard of the Junior Gulls. Is that going to be where they're going to be based out of then?
Yeah, so there was a loss of travel teams when we lost the Escondido rink coming out of COVID. So what we went from was 22 Junior Gulls travel teams, which is kind of the highest level of hockey for youth. And we had to go down to 9 because we lost 2 sheets of ice in Escondido. So adding these 3 back will give us the ability to really bring youth hockey at the highest level back.
Right.
We don't have a AAA program, which is, if you're looking at kind of 18U travel hockey, the highest level is AAA. We had to have kids going up to Orange County or LA or leaving the state altogether.
Wow, that's too bad, yeah.
And moving away just to play high-level ice hockey. This will give us the ability to have the highest level hockey right here in San Diego without all the miles driven, like myself, where I go up to Orange County for my son.
Right.
Yeah.
So talk about let's not just hockey though. We're talking about ice skating, sled skating. There's so many opportunities here.
Yeah, what's really great about the opportunity with this facility is the USA figure skating. So we have some really high-level athletes that are training at our rinks up in Orange County, specifically Great Park Ice. We can bring that talent right here to San Diego County and let them train for the Olympics. We had 4 medal hopefuls from last Olympics that were training at a Great Park. That's awesome. That's incredible. That's tourism. That's people coming to see what's happening.
We want that happening here, though, right?
Yes, right. Exactly. So, and also I do want to touch on the economic impact. When you have a youth travel hockey tournament in your city, it's not just a couple of kids and families coming. We had 40 teams up in Irvine for the USA Hockey Nationals.
Wow.
That brought $700,000 in hotels alone for that week.
Okay.
That was 3,400 nights that were spent. It was multiple families, obviously multiple teams, and they all need a place to stay. So that money flows into your economy.
Yeah.
On top of that, there was an additional $800,000 spent in food, gas, entertainment, driving around
so that's $1.5 million economic impact just there alone.
Just
so
in 1 week.
When folks in Escondido hear that, their ears are perking up.
Yeah, and it really helps local businesses and hotels. So what we're really offering is the opportunity for economic growth, but also health and wellness. Kids getting, the proper training, the ice every single day for figure skating or hockey, or even just open skating, coming out and trying it out yourself. So we're really about what we're bringing to North County, San Diego. But I do want to state, we're still in the early stages. We're working with the city. We're working with the mayor and city council. This is not approved yet. This is something that we still need to go through steps. And we're also giving the local community the opportunity to come and voice their concerns or their excitement. And we've seen that on both sides. And that's okay. It's part of the process. We want to make sure that we're listening and responding appropriately.
Do we know what other kind of ice sports can be? I know sled hockey is a big deal. Can you talk about the sled hockey initiative? I mean, we watched the Olympics. It seemed like every time I turned the Olympics on, curling was on. So apparently it's a big deal. Maybe there's an opportunity there if there's 3 sheets.
It really is a cool thing. Curling is a very unique kind of Canadian sport, but you're basically tossing a rock and bumping other rocks, and it's a lot of fun. But I do want to touch on sled hockey.
Yes.
Sled hockey is for sometimes disabled veterans or disabled people that want to play hockey. And you're essentially sitting on a sled on the ice, and you use your arms to kind of move, and then you have a stick to kind of manipulate the puck and shoot on net. It's incredible to watch. These athletes are so talented. And so the rinks these extra sheets gives those athletes the ability to kind of get out there on a regular basis. When we don't have enough ice, there just isn't enough ice for everybody. Right. So it thins everything down. This is going to open up a world of opportunity for a lot of families.
That's great. And so at Kit Carson Park, I know it's been thoughtfully designed, and the location of it, the trails surround it aren't going to be impacted by this at all, right?
Yeah, that was something we heard from the community feedback is people said, well, I walk my dog there every morning. Mm-hmm. That's part of my hiking trail. This is what I do to get my personal exercise. So what we made sure is in the proposed development is we're not going to disturb any of the hiking trails or the walking trails or the look of the park. We're putting them on where the softball fields are, and that's it. So all of the trees and everything around it will remain. The hiking trails, there's a little pond there. The goal is to keep it as Kit Carson Park as possible.
And you're going to move those softball fields to another location?
Yeah, correct. There's another park within Escondido city limits that we're going to offer dollars to help them relocate and rebuild so that we're not disturbing any of the youth baseball, youth softball. So it's almost kind of like we're just kind of shifting it over to a different area.
Okay, Warrior, what is the next step in this? How can people get involved?
Yeah, so this Saturday, there's an opportunity for community to come out to the city of Escondido and chat about what they like or what they're concerned about with this project. We really want to be open ears to the community. And then from there, we're just going to continue in the process of going through the permitting and taking a look at the land and working with the city to decide where exactly do we want to put it and how big and what does it look like? What's the economic impact? So just look at it all from all angles and keep it moving forward.
Yeah, the Gulls won't be playing their games there, but you'll be seeing them practice there. That's kind of the plan, right?
Yes, we're very excited. That's going to be the home of the San Diego Gulls. So all of our hockey operations, all of our players, we're going to be there every single day.
That's great.
We're going to build a beautiful training facility for them to live there. So it's going to be awesome.
All right, keep us abreast of the situation, and we'll have you back on when it moves forward. Matt, thanks so much for coming on the show. Always appreciate it. And go Gulls. We're in the off season. I know you guys are getting prepped for another great season next year.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thanks, Matt. All right, coming up here on Game Time with Eric Connor, we're catching up with Madison High School's boys baseball team. They're fresh off their D1 CIF championship. What it took to win their first big championship in 50 years. Hey, this morning we have the Madison baseball team in the house. Woo! They just won their first CIF championship in 50 years. Joined now by head coach Robert Lovato, as well as the guys here. Hey, congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
How about these guys? Coach, you got to be proud of this group. Walk us through it. The first one in 50 years. You guys have been to the show a bunch of times, but to win it all, it must be special, right?
really special. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a great group of kids, you know. Takes a lot of luck,
Right,
you know, some
right.
timely hitting and some great pitching.
Yeah, I was talking to some of the guys in the commercial break, and they were saying that it's about being resilient, right? It's a long season, right? You got to go through a lot of storms, a lot of injuries, a lot of back and forth, ups and downs, hitting streaks, and all that. So walk us through the season and how you guys were able to win it all.
You know what? I mean, we started practicing. We're basically these guys. Looking at the record, we're 48 and 17,
Yeah.
48 and 18,
Yeah.
you know, in 2 years. And so I knew it was going to be a good year.
Right.
Returned all my pitching. And so, you know, winning big games, you need pitching. And
Yeah.
Jeremiah and Colin were just amazing all year.
So you had arms.
Oh, had arms. And both of them are throwing in their 90s. So,
Wow.
you know, I knew we had a good chance, a righty and a lefty. And probably one of the first times that I had both of them ready to go for the championship
That's
game.
great. Talk about that championship game. What was kind of the nerves? How'd you settle the guys down? Is this guy good at the pregame speeches here, getting you guys fired up? Yeah? Okay. What would you say to the boys to get them ready? Without the expletives.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been
You know,
there. Yeah.
Throw strikes.
Yeah,
Just throw strikes.
yeah.
You know
Just
what?
keep it simple.
Yep. Let's see what happens. Let's play good defense, and you know, let's continue on our good hitting.
Yeah, absolutely. And the hits came.
The hits came,
offense
yeah.
was there.
A little stressful though.
Yeah, well, that's the
little
life
tight.
of a
A little
manager.
tight, yeah.
It's the life of a manager. Well, congratulations to you. But you guys have been there a bunch of times. It must be sweet to actually win it all, right?
About time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely takes the monkey off your back.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know.
And look for these guys. Look for Madison next season too, because you got returners. This is a good group that's coming back, right?
Yeah, most of our kids return, so it's great job. We only lose 18 kids, and we got kids coming in, so we're really looking forward to a great season.
Okay. What was the feeling like community-wise? I know you had a huge community backing. You need your high school and the parents and the support group to really pull this off too, right?
Yeah.
You want to give a shout out to them?
Yeah, you know, with the Claremont community, especially in light of what happened, you know, what these guys were really
Right.
resilient. You know, I mean, we have a great community backing, great parents,
Yeah.
you know, and especially great players, you know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of was the key.
All right, let's meet the team. I'm going to stand here, and we're going to say hi to everyone as they kind of walk on by. Hi, what's your name, and what year are you?
Charlie Croning, I'm a junior.
Okay, and you're showing off the trophy there. Love that. Okay, on to the next stud here.
Joaquin Morales, I'm a junior also.
Okay.
Keith Clark, I'm a sophomore.
All right, Keith.
Jacob Lopez, I'm a sophomore.
Okay, wow. Nice.
Diego Padilla, I'm a senior. Colin Gallagher, I'm a senior.
Connor Trowbridge, I'm a sophomore. Drew Rosny, I'm a sophomore.
Wow, you got some tall kids here.
Easton Ochoa, and I'm a junior.
Nice.
Jorge Luque, I'm a senior.
Jeremiah Jennings, I'm a senior.
All right.
Austin Hafner, and I'm a freshman.
Ah.
This Wynn, I'm a junior.
Final Lara, I'm a senior.
Antonio Martinez, and I'm a senior.
Willie Borden, and I'm a junior.
Xander Minnick, I'm a junior.
Tyler Villegas, I'm a senior.
Tristan Thomas, I'm a junior.
Ella Peters, I'm a senior.
Alina Trevino, I'm a sophomore. Kaylee Vermoy, I'm a sophomore.
Awesome. Is that the group? That's the group right there. Hey, Coach, what a great group you guys got. Come on back in here, Madison. And, Coach, it's awesome because thanks to your great coaching, the hard work by the kids here, some of these kids are going on to play ball after high school. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, Jeremiah Jennings is going on to UC Santa Barbara.
This guy right here? Congratulations. You're going to stay not too far away here, SoCal.
Colin
Okay.
Gallagher to Cal State San Marcos, where my son played.
Awesome. He's also going to stay local.
Yeah,
Good.
Leo Wilderman's going off to Northwest Idaho.
Okay, cool.
And then we got we got Tyler Villegas and Luque that are going to local JCs to play. So
Awesome, that's
you know,
great.
5 of the 8 seniors are going on.
You got to be proud of that.
Very proud.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, guys, what is the chant that you guys have? Do you guys have something you say before you go out on the field or something? What do you say? Like Madison? Say go team, or what do you say? What is it? Tough it together. I like coming together. Let's come in together.
Let's go,
and say
guys.
tough
Come
it
on. Hey,
together.
come on. Who?
I got you.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
All right. Tough together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Tough it together. Hey, welcome back to Game Time with Eric Connard. Hey, this morning, one father-son duo going viral for maybe all the wrong reasons. So that was all on Sunday. Cincinnati Reds at St. Louis. They're still talking about this there. The Cardinals hit a 2-run home run. This was to right field, and the ball got stuck between the board and the wall. You see it there? Oh, no, what's happening? The dad thinks it's a good idea to turn his son into an arcade claw machine. Never a good idea. Security actually rushes over to stop him after he lowers his son over the wall. Actually almost made the situation worse because he almost took his hand off of him. They did not get kicked out. So it ended well, but probably not a good thing to do, Dad. Soccer fever sweeping the U.S. Animals at the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago joining the fun with a kickoff of their own. Soccer-themed enrichment was provided to an array of ungulates or hoofed animals to encourage natural behaviors through physical activity, mental stimulation, and exploration. I mean, doesn't that what sports does for all of us? The Red River Hogs eagerly pushed around a melon disguised as a soccer ball, and Addicts Ike put on a strong performance, dribbling, headbutting, kicking a giant red and blue ball around his habitat. American Bison powerfully advancing the ball, and even the zebra getting in on this. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for being here for Game Time.